Right, we're on, guys. Today we're going to do a little review on the Wilson FG V6 irons. Look at them. Awesome. FG Tour V6. So, this is the move on from last year's V4. The last 2 years I think it is V4. So this is next generation V6, used by Harrington, I think Troy Merritt, Ricky Barnes. Those guys might have some of them in the bag as well. And the iron is amazing. Let's just chat it out. Let's go through it. So, we have, in my hand I have 4 iron, and you can see it's got Wilson staff up the back of the hosel there. It's got the classic little dots all the way around the hosel as well, very traditional Wilson. Wilson have won the most majors, Wilson irons have won the most majors or most majors. Don't know what number it is, but certainly that's the case, and I can see why. The technology they put into it's brilliant. So this is a player's iron, so this is like a, you can see in there, it's like a muscle back right in there. So if you hit it out the middle, it plays like a blade muscle back, but you can also see, if I angle that, there's a cavity towards the toe and the heel. So if you miss the middle, if you miss the muscled area, if you like, the toe and the heel, it's going to be much more forgiving, which is brilliant. So you get the feel off the middle, but you lose no distance or less distance out the toe and the heel. In the longer irons, so the 3, 4 and is it 5? Let me just quickly check that. Yes, 3, 4 and 5 iron, they have a 20 gram tungsten weight, which is in the toe and the heel, to promote that. So again, missing the middle, we're hitting towards here, the weight is towards the toe and the heel with your longer irons for much more forgiveness. So 3, 4 and 5 are much more forgiving than they were with the V4. The V4 had the weight right in the middle, so if you hit the toe or the heel, you weren't really benefiting from that. So it was all guided towards a middle strike, which even for the best players, 3, 4 and 5 iron, of course we're going to miss it, we're going to miss out the toe or the heel. So this assists it. So then you get to your 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 iron. They're more like the V4, and they've got the 20 gram tungsten weight now in the middle, because the better player, as this iron's guided towards, won't miss the toe and the heel as much with the mid irons as they would with the long irons, or every player I guess, yeah, every player. So therefore this is more forgiving that way. Again, the cavity is the same. The cavity maybe gets a little bit deeper as we go down, not sure, doesn't seem to be, well maybe it is. But how good did that look? Last year's V4 had a bit of black and a bit of yellow in there, which was nice, maybe it looked a little bit cheap, but certainly this year that V6 looks sleek. Looks absolutely fantastic set of irons, look great in the bag, which is always what we're looking for, of course. And then you get to your shorter irons. Let me just check this. So from 8, yep, 8 iron down to wedge, there is no weight, no tungsten weight at all, because let's be honest, we're going to hit it more out the middle with those shorter clubs, and we don't need that assistance there. I like the look of them behind the ball, they look fantastic. I'm just going to hit one actually. Let's take 6 iron. So I'm just going to hit one away over there. So they feel fantastic, they feel brilliant. I've hit a lot of balls with these now, and a lot out the toe deliberately and a lot out the heel, and I've lost very little distance. It's been brilliant, and I'm so happy with them. I'd review a few bits and bobs, and I wouldn't, if I thought they were rubbish, I would say they're rubbish. You know, you look at my other reviews and I'll say, you know, that doesn't suit me, it suits a higher handicapper, suits a lower handicapper, it's not great for me, I don't like the look of this, don't like the look of that. I'm finding it hard to find fault with this. Shafts I have, Dynamic Gold S300 AMT. I had Dynamic Gold S300s last year in my V4s. These ones feel a little bit lighter shaft, it makes the head feel a little bit heavier. I like that. But they look great. I mean, behind the ball, I'll hit one then I'll move the camera to behind the ball, but they're brilliant. They're just absolutely pure. Strike feels great. That one was a little bit, as I say, strike felt great, but look, a little bit toey out here. I couldn't sense that was out the toe. When I struck that, I thought that felt brilliant. That was good for a test, wasn't it? So let's take this camera, we'll put them behind the ball. So this is 6 iron. I'm just going to rest that there on my leg and zoom in. There we go, so there's your 6 iron. Nice and neat behind the ball, that looks brilliant. Feels great. There we go. I'll also put a wedge behind the ball for you, let you see what that's like. That's 9 iron, let me just grab wedge. Here we are in the bag. Wilson staff, wedge. So last year I had the V4 in 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 and 8 down to wedge in the FG Tour 100, which is their full blade, and this to me looks similar. I don't feel as though that's any more cumbersome than the full blade. I'm very, very happy with that. Here we go. So guys, Wilson V6 irons, well worth checking out. They retail at different prices, different places you go, between £600, £700. It's an expensive iron, but in the grand scale of things, it's their top of the range iron, and it should be at that price point. It's at a price point that matches the quality of club you're getting. Guys, give it a try. Up in the top right hand corner, or left as you guys look, would that be right? Yep, left. There is a little bubble just about to appear. If you click that, you can subscribe to my channel for free. Get me on Twitter at sjonsonpj, and I'm also on Facebook at Peebles Pro Shop.